Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video here to highlight the Steam Autumn Sale and look at some great deals under the price of $3. There's a ton of good stuff under $3, and once again, we are barely scratching the surface as far as all of the deals that are available, so we'll get to what we can, and then obviously maybe we'll do another video or another couple of videos highlighting the sale. But let's get right into what I got to cover in this video. Quite possibly the best deal in this entire sale, and this is not hyperbole. Castle Crashers is 90% off for $1.49. This deal is absolutely nuts. Castle Crashers is such a fantastic game, and I really draw Castle Crashers as like a good holiday style game, like a game to play if you just want good vibes with a group of people, action co-op gameplay, great charming art style. Like, Castle Crashers is exactly that. I just think there's so much charm, so much good gameplay, good vibes. Again, I go back to the element of Castle Crashers being good vibes because that's really what it is. It's just got so much charm. The artistic presentation is great. And I think the game has just aged very, very gracefully as an action beat-em-up game. Obviously, I would recommend you to play this game co-op. I get it, you can play it solo, and it's a serviceable experience solo, but I just think if you have a group of friends to play it with, it's so much more fun, and it's $1.49. Yo, convince your buddies to pick it up. You can all have a great time on it together, and definitely worth a pickup there. Next up, we got Portal and Portal 2. These are $1.99 each, and I think both of these deals are great. Portal is one of those games that you would think I wouldn't enjoy. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games. However, I just think from a design standpoint, Portal is one of the most captivating games that you can come across in terms of the design choices, in terms of how the puzzles are done, in the sense that, yes, they're relatively complex, however, they are so well designed that when you figure out a puzzle, it really has that eureka moment, so to speak, that you feel like so smart when you figure something out. I just think the design of the game is great. Definitely check out Portal and Portal 2. Those are essential games to a PC game library, so absolutely worth having those games in your library. Next up, we got Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux. These are both $1.99. I mean, these are always going to be good pickups that I'm going to recommend. You guys know how I feel about Metro. I think the games are just tremendous. As atmospheric single-player first-person shooters, I think they're really, really well done, and narrative-driven as well, which you don't see a lot of that. First-person shooters with a narrative emphasis, and very much so, you didn't see a lot of that when Metro initially came out. Nowadays, I do feel like the standard has been raised a little bit for shooter campaigns. I mean, Black Ops 6 had a great campaign, so, you know, but Metro, I just thought was on another level at the time it came out. The visuals still hold up well at the time. It was visually absolutely, like, it was a benchmark-setting game from a visual standpoint when it initially came out. But yeah, $1.99 for Metro 2033 and Last Light each are great. There is the Metro Saga Bundle, which includes Metro 2033, Last Light, and Exodus with the DLC. Certainly a good pickup there for sure. Next up, we got SOMA, 90% off for $2.99. An absolutely captivating horror game, more of a psychological horror game, and I just think it is tremendously well done by Frictional Games, the same guys that brought you the Amnesia titles, and I think Soma is their best game that they've done. I think from a tension standpoint, a tone standpoint, an atmosphere standpoint, this game is just so strong, set in this underwater research facility. You're not this overpowered soldier or anything like that. It's more so creating that psychological emphasis within the game, and I think it's expertly done. And again, just has that level of tension that I think is ideal in a horror game like this. $2.99, great deal for Soma. Absolutely do recommend it. Next up, we got Dishonored, 75% off for $2.49. You can pick up the Definitive Edition, 75% off for $4.99. Whatever route you go, Dishonored is absolutely awesome. It is such a great first-person action game. A first-person action stealth game, but you could really play it in a myriad of different ways. You can go a more action-heavy approach. If you want to go the more stealth-oriented route, take things at a slower pace, you could do that as well. And I think that style of gameplay, the slower-paced approach, actually makes Dishonored a more rewarding game to play, and I think that's how the developers intended for the game to be played. Now, again, you can go the fast-paced action-heavy route, and it's still very much enjoyable from that standpoint as well. The game, when it came out, it wasn't this blow-away game from a technical standpoint. However, it had a very unique art style that I feel like has aged fairly well as well. That, you know, going back and playing a game that's 12 years old, not it doesn't look that bad when you get the art style that Dishonored has. Gameplay has depth to it. Just think it's a great pickup for $2.99. Absolutely well worth it, and it's a game that everybody should have in their library. And then you can play Dishonored 2 as well, which is great. And let me actually pull up Dishonored 2's price. Yeah, Dishonored 2 is $2.99. Add that to the list as well, because Dishonored 2 is awesome. $2.99 for that is fantastic, and a great deal for sure for Dishonored 2 as well. 2 playable main characters in Dishonored 2, and a good time all around. Next up, we got Prey 2017, atmospheric first-person shooter here. A great game as well. Another title done by Arcane, but this one done by Arcane Austin, who recently got shut down, unfortunately. Prey is an incredibly engrossing psychological first-person shooter. Awesome setting in this game as well, and for a first-person shooter, a good deal of content here as well. For $2.99, no-brainer here for Prey 2017, and I often said it was one of the most underrated games of 2017, and I still believe that. I think the game is absolutely fantastic and should be in your library. Next up, we got Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. 85% off for $2.99. Man, what a fantastic deal for Deus Ex Human Revolution, a game that I just did another playthrough of during the end of summer. Played through it again, and you know what dawned on me? This is a game that came out 13 years ago, over 13 years ago at this point, and the depth to its gameplay, the level of options that you have for tackling different scenarios puts a lot of games today to shame. Obviously, from a visual standpoint, it's not going to blow you away, but narratively, it's incredibly compelling in how you tackle different situations and how many options you have at your disposal, whether you want to hack your way into this area, whether you want to take a stealth approach and get in through the back alley. There are so many options as far as what you can do. You can even go the super action-heavy approach, although that is certainly not ideal in most scenarios. But $2.99 for the Director's Cut. This also has the Missing Link DLC baked into it, and that DLC is pretty decent as well. $2.99 for that is just a no-brainer. Great action RPG there. Next up, we got Tomb Raider 2013, 85% off for $2.24. Y'all know how I feel about the newer Tomb Raider games. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And Tomb Raider 2013 kicked off the Survivor trilogy and a good gateway into Lara Croft's origin story. Thought it was pretty well done. It is a fairly short game, but you're paying $2 and change for it, even if you complete it within 10 hours, and that's about the length it's going to be, especially if you don't do the optional tombs and whatnot. It's still a good time, and it's all killer, really no filler as far as Tomb Raider 2013 is concerned. $2.24 for that is a great deal. Next up, we got The Walking Dead, $1.49 on this. This is just Season 1. You can get the Walking Dead Ultimate Steam Bundle. That's $62. Actually, that's way too expensive, but there is the Walking Dead Telltale Starter Pack, which that for $12.57 is a little bit better. That's just all 4 of the main seasons, but yeah, Walking Dead Season 1 is, in my opinion, where Walking Dead peaked at. I thought Season 2 was awesome as well, but Season 1 was just an absolutely exhilarating experience. Roller coaster of emotions, but $1.49 for that is tremendous. Next up, Hotline Miami 2. You got an 85% off for $2.25. A throwback pixel graphics visual style. Gory and bloody as all hell, but it is a pixel graphics game, so you know, you might take the brutality and the gruesome blood and guts a little bit differently, but fast-paced action gameplay for $2.24, great deal there as well. Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition, 85% on that, 85% off on that, I should say, $2.99. Now, Witcher 3 is the game that gets all the attention and love, and rightfully so. It's a gargantuan open-world action RPG. It's fantastic. Witcher 2 is a little bit more contained, but I still think it's a really good game, and Witcher 2 holds up far better than Witcher 1. I think if you go back and play Witcher 1, that game is super dated, and that's why I'm excited they're doing a full-on remake for the game. Witcher 2, on the other hand, I still feel like is a worthwhile game to go through, and for $2.99, a great buy there. Hitman Absolution, 90% off for $1.99. I get it when you talk about Hitman these days, people are going to gravitate towards World of Assassination, but Hitman Absolution is a really solid action stealth title as well that I really enjoy. Not super lengthy, but quality action gameplay, action stealth gameplay, visuals are decent enough even to this day, and yeah, for $1.99, that's a really good pickup as well. Bastion, 80% off for $2.99, great deal on Bastion, an absolutely excellent action title, indie action game done by Supergiant Games, who are obviously very well known for Hades these days, but Bastion is the game that put them on the map in their very first title. Soundtrack is great, narration is really solid, and the visual art style is fantastic as well. Gameplay is fairly simple, like it's nothing blow away, but still works well enough for $2.99. Good deal on that for sure. Just Cause 2 and Just Cause 3 to round out this video. Just Cause 2 is $1.49, while Just Cause 3 walkthrough. The base game is $2.99. These games are just enjoyable open-world action titles. No nonsense, over-the-top action mayhem gameplay. You're not going to get emotionally invested into one Rico Rodriguez's story, but still, it's overall a very good time, all things considered. So definitely check out Just Cause 2 and 3. 3 is the one that I would highly recommend, given that it holds up a lot better. But if you already played 3, 2 is not a bad time to go back and play through that as well. So yeah, check that out as well. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of deals under the price of $3. Links to all of the ones mentioned in this video in the description box below. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.